Rash, that we
Yeah,
just got the news that the United States President, Mr. Donald Trump,
yeah.
has introduced some new law that's scaring some of the students about the longevity, how long they're able to study in the United States. Please tell us more
So
about
this
that.
is a very like I just feel like I've been answering this question to so many people. I mean, I just feel very like
Mm.
a lot of now I just feel kind of irritated like when people ask this question.
Right.
Why? Because this has nothing to do with what they're doing and what's gonna happen, Greg. You know why? Because when America doesn't give a visa, they don't give a visa at all. Even the big celebrities and multimillionaires are actually rejected. But when they give a visa, they give for 5 years, they give for 10 years, depending on the country and nationalities. So
Okay.
like we talk about Indian people, students and Nepali students, and they get a 5 year visa, that's a very long time visa. So
Hmm.
even let's talk about F1. So that's in the past, as of even now, the people when they get a visa, they get visa up to 5 years.
Yes.
Even if the program, the course of program, let's say the masters it's just for 2 years and
Hmm.
bachelor's 4 years. Some community degrees are like 1 year or 2 year or 3 year. So I mean, so it's not about the course program, but the visa time and the duration was almost like it was 5 years. and
Hmm.
and
Okay.
so now what the Trump administration actually is trying to do is not to give a 5 year visa, because they don't need a 5 year visa.
Okay.
If
Yes.
the course is requiring 5 year visa, yes, they're gonna give
Yes.
it.
Hmm.
If the course is only requiring 4 year visa, it's the let's say that it's bachelor's degree, yes,
Hmm.
that's only gonna be 4 year. If it's only 2 year program, then it's 2 year. So it actually is with this different countries like UK and Australia and Canada. They're only given a visa for the students just like this, and
Hmm.
it's not a new thing. I mean, I don't see anything that people should panic in it.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, why is it coming in the news so much?
Because right now, why it's come, that's a good question. Why? Because this is a new thing that America didn't do it in the past, and also it's coming in news so much because there are a lot of people, they just want to have a viewers, and
Hmm.
they just make a fake news and they're not even real. And there are some country, maybe they're just doing it purposely. They have an intention that they're against American government, which actually is a very wrong thing, and this is going to only hurt their country and their personality. Because I don't want anyone do it,
Right.
just because they don't like some certain things about Donald Trump and the
Mhm.
US the government department right now. So
Mhm.
what they're doing is the right thing. It's a good thing actually. So they're just doing it, maybe the knowingly online, they're actually not doing good thing, right?
Okay, okay. But you say for most of the students around the world, tell me about the opportunity for United
The
States.
opportunity, again, everybody says it. I had my friend this morning, Chinese friend. You know what he was saying?
What was he
He's
saying?
a Chinese multi-millionaire guy.
Yeah.
You know what he
Hmm.
was saying? When it comes to economy, it's always America number one, not
Hmm.
China, not China. He agrees that, and there are some other things that he was talking about. China is good in this now. China is good in this now, and we see that China is another global
Yeah.
rising
Hmm.
superpower
Yeah.
right now, along with the United States. And then so this guy, like even when he's a Chinese guy, he doesn't agree so many things that the people agree who are not Chinese. They say, oh, China is better in this than US, and China is better. Then he said, no, China is not better than US. US is better still in this, and Chinese are still learning in it. So what my point again is, US is known as the land of opportunity, because I've not heard any country people say that for any country land of opportunity. It's, of course, I think when people go to other developed Western country, like let's say the country European countries and Canada and UK, so people get a lot of great opportunities. But again, US is far better than that, because everybody agrees that. And then US is a country where they can live their wonderful dream and build an empire, just like Elon Musk did, and he's came from all the way from South Africa, and he built the empire. He becomes number one world's um, um, rich man, wealthiest man, and he's very
Hmm.
popular. And also there's a lot of things, and people will always agree US is a lot of opportunity,
Well,
and
what?
US is the biggest economy in the world. US is the biggest take still in the world. I mean,
Some of our viewers, Suresh, that they've been denied a visa to the United
yeah.
States. What advice do you have for
My
them?
advice is, I think there's a lot to do with sometimes the diplomatic relationship between their country and the US government right now. because the US, this is the country now. The government in US now is formed by Republican Party. There are different values and different different principles. Maybe they want to be applying, they want to be doing and redoing maybe a lot of things that happened in the past, but that's got nothing to do with the people that want to study in America. Because if what they're looking for, and what even other governments were looking for in internet at the like process, when international people are trying to enter US, do it legally. So what they're trying to highlight now is do it legally, do it legally. And then some people, some students, maybe some travel ban is there in some certain countries, because that has to do with the diplomatic relationship, not with the individual now. So my advice for those who got rejected is, not to be discouraged, not to be negative about themselves or anyone else, because they can give a try as long as they're allowed to apply for visa. So what the visa officer are going to look for these days is even super sharply is, can this person pay for this university or not? It's not about only paying for the university, it's also paying for the living expenses. Some students choose university and it's very affordable, the tuition fee. Some even they get full scholarship, but the living expense is $7,000, $15,000, and it's impossible for them to pay that amount of money, and still they're getting rejected. So my advice is, again, like last time the visa officer saying, we cannot exactly say what is the COA is a good one, because it depends with a different individual and different people and their family. So but when we ask them, we want to be able to trust them and their source of income, and if we get that trust right from that person, we're going to grant that visa. So my point now is, choose the university that's the affordable tuition fee, choose the area that's the affordable tuition fee. Just because their friend, somebody, just because they went to New York or California, San Diego, doesn't mean they had to really end up going there. So you can choose some other area that's really affordable. So if it is something like, if they can afford, if they've got a clean history, no criminal, if they're positive about the future, positive America, well, they're always welcome legally, Craig. So I think there's no problem at all. But
And
there are
people that have the rejection, that they did finally got their visa to go to the US and became successful.
Yeah.
So
Who's
someone
a lot
like
of
that?
times, we got a lot of strengths actually. So from Nepal, from other people, from so many countries, they always, you can, like they can even see on the comment section, oh, I got visa in 5 attempts and 2 attempts and something like that.
How about what's the record? What's that guy with 8 attempts?
Oh, 8 attempts. This guy from China again. Why this guy went to China? That's the question I want people to ask themselves. Why? Because why
From
he chose America, not Canada or UK?
Yeah.
Again, we like Canada. Canada's great. UK is great. But why he chose US? Because he saw US has a really great opportunity. And he's a Chinese guy. And he applied visa for 9 times, 8 times he was rejected. And still he was living his dream. And in 9th attempt, he got visa, and now he changed the world. He directly went to work to Silicon Valley after his studies, and his name is Eric Yuan. He's from China, and he is the founder of Zoom. And without Zoom, the world would be super behind today.
Amazing. Zoom, and you say that he got rejected how many times?
8 times he got rejected.
8 times.
And people can find his biography right on the website, and Wikipedias and all those,
Zoom.
So when I first came to know about his story, what, 8 times he got rejected, and he's still doing it. But there are people, they'll just, when they get 1 time rejected, they don't want to see the embassy. They don't feel like they can do it. Right. And this guy, it's not a 1 time, but 2 time, and 3. I've seen people try 3 times, and they've got visa. Many when they don't get, they give up. So, but this guy went for visa for 8, 9 times is a big deal. And and he changed the entire story. Now it inspired a lot of people, not just the students, but also those entrepreneurs, the business ones in the United States. Somebody who just had a struggle just to come to United States and did a lot of things and changed the entire world with Zoom, means you can do that because you're already in America, right? They already got a visa. So I think there's a lot of relation that we can learn from. A lot of scope for that. And again, so coming back to the topic, what's happening about the visa and those what is it again, the time limitations on the visa year. So it doesn't affect anything at all. So it doesn't. And again, it's not a plan. It's just a proposed plan. They are just proposing about it. They're gonna discuss in the in the Senate meeting, and a lot of meetings happening. It's not a one person who decides everything. Just it goes everything just like this. So and they haven't written this and they haven't implemented it. But even if it's implemented, it doesn't affect. So it's the same with other countries. So.
Okay, well, it sounds like full steam
Yeah,
ahead for
yeah,
people.
yeah. And also, you asked me something like a STEAM program for OPT, right?
Yeah, OPT.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
OPT is this. This is OPT. If they're gonna go, if the students, if they choose the program that's STEAM program, STEM,
STEM. Yeah.
then they get the OPT up to 36 months, which actually is a 3 year.
Yes.
If they choose the program that's not STEM, they get the OPT for 1 year.
1 year.
But even if they, again, so a lot of people, I don't want them to make a mistake because thinking, oh, we're gonna get OPT for 3 years, let's go to STEM, and they like something that's not a STEM. And they just end up, just picking themselves and just, confusing themselves, and they don't get successful. They don't get even visa. Even if they get a visa, then they're not getting successful in the United States.
Right.
Why? Because they're not really living doing what they like doing.
Yes.
So if they want to do MBA, let them do it. They get OPT still. And even those folks who get OPT who's got a chance of getting OPT for 36 months, they don't want to live 36 months with the OPT. They want to transfer the visa as 1V. So and then within a year, actually, 1 year is a long time. They can transfer the visa. If they cannot transfer, they can be back to the school and again just do some other program. So that's not a problem. So everybody gets OPT, including those STEM or non-STEM. So it's a great opportunity. Being in the United States and studying and having the American degree is a really powerful impact. Actually.
Thank you so much for answering the questions today, Suresh.
Thank
That's
you,
exciting.
Yeah. Have a wonderful day.